Throughout human history, mirrors have been associated with much more than simple reflections. From ancient myths to modern folklore, mirrors are believed to hold mystical powers. In some cultures, they are seen as portals to another world, while others view them as tools for divination, allowing glimpses into the future or the spirit realm. The act of summoning Bloody Mary feels like an innocent dare. After all, it's just a name in the mirror, right? But for many, the experience has been anything but trivial. Over the years, countless stories have surfaced about encounters with Bloody Mary, ranging from eerie feelings of being watched to full-on apparitions. In most versions of the ritual, you stand in front of a mirror in the dark, often holding a candle. Some say you should spin 3 times. Others claim you must keep your eyes closed until the final repetition of her name. As you call out Bloody Mary 3 times, you wait. At first, nothing happens, but soon, you might notice something unusual, a flicker of movement in the reflection, a shadow where there shouldn't be one. For those who claim to have seen her, the descriptions are terrifying. She is said to appear with long, tangled hair, her face streaked with blood, her eyes hollow and filled with rage. Some say she reaches out from the mirror, attempting to pull you in, while others report hearing her scream or whisper before disappearing back into the glass. But the question remains, who is Bloody Mary, and why does she respond to our calls? One popular theory about the origin of Bloody Mary is that she is based on Queen Mary I of England, who ruled from 1553 to 1558. Known as Bloody Mary, due to the violent persecution of Protestants during her reign, Mary earned her notorious nickname after ordering the execution of over 300 people, burning them at the stake in her quest to restore Catholicism to England. Queen Mary's reign was filled with bloodshed, but her personal life was equally tragic. She suffered multiple miscarriages and was never able to produce an heir, which added to her grief and sorrow. Some believe that her inability to bear children and her bloody reign are why her spirit is restless, and why she now haunts those who dare call her name. In this version of the legend, Bloody Mary is seen as a vengeful queen, her soul forever tormented by the blood spilled during her time on the throne. When you summon her, it is believed that you are invoking the wrath of a queen whose pain and rage have transcended death. Her bloodied appearance in the mirror reflects the anguish she endured in life and the horror she continues to inflict in the afterlife. Another version of the Bloody Mary legend suggests that she wasn't a queen at all, but an ordinary woman whose life ended in tragedy. In some stories, she was a beautiful young woman who died in childbirth, her spirit eternally grieving the loss of her child. In others, she was a victim of a brutal murder, betrayed by someone she trusted. The result in both versions is the same. Her spirit, filled with rage and sorrow, now haunts mirrors, seeking revenge on anyone who dares summon her. In these variations, the mirror acts as a bridge between our world and the spirit realm. By calling out her name, you are believed to open a door, allowing her to cross into our world. Those who encounter her report seeing a woman with a twisted, bloodied face staring back at them through the mirror. Sometimes, they feel her presence in the room, cold fingers brushing against their skin, or the sensation of being watched. Whether she appears or not, the fear she instills is undeniable. While the supernatural explanation is chilling, some scientists believe that the Bloody Mary phenomenon can be explained by the Troxler effect, a psychological illusion that occurs when you stare at a fixed point for an extended period of time. When you focus on your reflection in low light, your brain starts to filter out details, causing your face to appear distorted or even unrecognizable. You've been staring into a mirror for what feels like hours. The flickering candlelight casts strange shadows on your face. Slowly, your reflection starts to shift. Your eyes seem darker, your mouth stretches into an unfamiliar shape. It feels as though something is watching you from within the glass. Your heart races as you wonder, is it just a trick of the light? Or is Bloody Mary really there, staring back at you? The Troxler effect could explain why so many people claim to see a distorted figure in the mirror during the Bloody Mary ritual. In the dim light, your brain creates an illusion, turning your own reflection into something terrifying. But even if it's just a trick of the mind, the fear feels very real. Despite scientific explanations, many people swear they've had real encounters with Bloody Mary. Stories of sleepovers gone wrong and daring attempts to summon her often end with someone screaming in terror after seeing her face in the mirror. Reports vary from seeing a bloodied figure in the reflection to feeling an icy hand on their shoulder or hearing a faint whisper in their ear. In some accounts, participants claim that the mirror cracked as soon as they finished saying her name, or that the lights flickered just before her face appeared. Others report feeling an overwhelming sense of dread, as though they were being watched by something unseen. But are these experiences real? Or are they the result of heightened fear and suggestion? The power of belief plays a significant role in the Bloody Mary legend. When you enter the ritual already expecting to see something frightening, your mind may conjure up exactly what you fear. The legend of Bloody Mary thrives on the power of belief. When you stand in front of a mirror, in the dark, whispering her name, you are not just summoning a ghost, you are confronting your deepest fears. The human mind is incredibly powerful, capable of creating fear from nothing more than a flicker of light and a whispered name. Think about it. You're alone in a dark room, staring into the mirror. Each time you say Bloody Mary, the tension builds. Your heart races, your palms sweat. You expect to see something, anything, in the reflection. And then, in the darkness, you do. But is it really her? Or is it your own fear, brought to life by the power of your belief? In many cultures, mirrors are believed to hold a certain mystical power. Some cover mirrors after a death to prevent the soul of the deceased from becoming trapped inside. Others use mirrors in rituals to communicate with spirits. When you call out to Bloody Mary, are you inviting a spirit into our world, or are you manifesting the darkness that already resides within? So, what is the truth behind the legend of Bloody Mary? Is she a vengeful spirit, a psychological phenomenon, or something more deeply rooted in our primal fears? The next time you find yourself standing in front of a mirror, alone in the dark, ask yourself, do you believe in her? Will you dare say her name, knowing that what you see could be more terrifying than you ever imagined? If you have survived this nightmare, there's more waiting for you. Subscribe now and join us. Hit the bell icon so you are the first to witness our next fright.